A WWE star is being removed from the Judgment Day soon, according to recent rumors, and Liv Morgan is already furious at him. The same star found himself in trouble on WWE Raw. Carlito is being removed from the Judgment Day soon, as per a report by Sportskeeda's WrestleVotes radio show. The Puerto Rican star is supposed to get a singles run as the Caribbean cool character he worked with previously, and will get a push separate from the faction. The report stated that in the near future, the 45-year-old would be taking actions that the rest of the Judgment Day disapproved of. Carlito has only been part of the group for 2 months, but it appears that they are already preparing for a split. That's what happened on WWE Raw this week, with Carlito getting in trouble when he laughed at Dominic Mysterio's idea that he may be the one to beat Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. Liv Morgan was immediately furious and let it be known as well, telling him that laughing at Mysterio was not cool. Raquel Rodriguez then questioned what he even did in the faction, and he claimed that he was the fixer and that he would get Mysterio a shot at the World Heavyweight title. Later on, he approached Adam Pearce about this and secured a chance for Mysterio on next week's show. However, it seems that before Dominic can get a shot at Gunther, he'll have to beat a former World Heavyweight Champion. It remains to be seen how Liv Morgan and the rest of the group react. The Judgment Day has become a formidable force in WWE, dominating both the men's and women's divisions with its unique blend of cunning, brutality, and mind games. However, recent rumors suggest that one of the faction's key members might be on the verge of being removed from the group. To make things more dramatic, Liv Morgan, who has long been entangled with the Judgment Day in a web of past rivalries and alliances, is reportedly furious about the situation. In this exploration of backstage drama, in-ring chaos, and potential betrayals, we'll dive into why this member's position in the Judgment Day is suddenly on the chopping block, what could happen on WWE Raw to seal their fate, and why Liv Morgan is boiling with rage over these developments. The story brewing has the potential to not only shake up the Judgment Day, but also rewrite RAW's most compelling ongoing narratives. The Judgment Day was formed with a clear mission: disrupt the order of WWE. Initially led by Edge, the faction evolved into something far darker when Finn Balor took control, alongside Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley, and eventually the surprising addition of Dominic Mysterio. The group has wreaked havoc on Raw, with Rhea Ripley ruling the women's division as WWE Women's World Champion, while Damian Priest held the Money in the Bank briefcase, and Dominic took on the role of sneaky enforcer under Ripley's watchful eye. For months, the Judgment Day has been almost untouchable, but as with any dominant faction, internal tensions began to brew. Damian Priest and Finn Balor have clashed repeatedly, largely over Priest's desire to cash in his briefcase and secure a world title. Meanwhile, Dominic has relied heavily on Ripley's guidance and protection, but his position within the group has started to feel increasingly shaky. Ripley's influence remains strong, but Dominic's actions or lack thereof might now be jeopardizing his standing with the rest of the faction. As rumors swirl about a potential removal, all signs point to Dominic Mysterio being the member of the Judgment Day who is most at risk of being ousted. Despite his involvement in several high-profile storylines and his alignment with one of the most feared factions in WWE, Dominic has often been seen as the weakest link in the Judgment Day, a character who relies too much on Rhea Ripley's protection to hold his own. While his partnership with Ripley has garnered significant heat from the fans and generated attention, Dominic's in-ring performances have frequently fallen short when compared to the rest of the faction. Unlike Finn Balor and Damian Priest, who have years of experience and proven themselves in countless matches, Dominic is still relatively new to WWE's main stage. His reliance on underhanded tactics and distractions during matches has protected him thus far, but it might not be enough to save him now. On the most recent episode of Raw, Dominic found himself in trouble during a match when he was left exposed. Without Ripley in his corner for the first time in weeks due to a previous injury, Dominic's lack of experience became glaringly obvious. His overconfidence got the best of him as he tried to outwit his opponent, but things quickly unraveled. His adversary, Sami Zayn, capitalized on Dominic's mistakes and delivered a humiliating defeat. Dominic's loss not only tarnished his reputation within the Judgment Day, but it also left him vulnerable to being removed from the faction. With Ripley unable to protect him due to her own focus on retaining the Women's World Championship and managing other feuds, Dominic is at risk of becoming dead weight in a group that demands strength and efficiency from all of its members. Liv Morgan's name might seem like an unusual one to be thrown into this mix, but her involvement with the Judgment Day is deeper than most realize. Liv has a long and complex history with Rhea Ripley. At one point, they were rivals, battling over championships and bragging rights. But their dynamic has always been about more than just in-ring action. It has been an emotional roller coaster, tinged with respect, betrayal, and a hint of something more. Now, with rumors swirling that Dominic Mysterio could be ousted from the Judgment Day, Liv Morgan has reportedly become furious. But why? Liv is known for her fiery personality and unpredictable actions. She's been through hell and back in WWE, and she's no stranger to feeling overlooked or betrayed. The idea that Dominic might be kicked out of the Judgment Day reportedly ignited a firestorm in Liv, especially because of her complicated history with Ripley. There are a few theories as to why Liv Morgan might be so emotionally invested in Dominic's potential removal. Ripley and Morgan's past. Liv and Rhea have had a rivalry that went beyond just wins and losses. Some fans speculate that Liv might see Dominic as a weak spot in Ripley's armor and may want him gone so that she can get closer to Rhea. Whether it's to rekindle a rivalry, form a dangerous alliance, or explore their unfinished emotional business, Liv could be furious because she sees Dominic as the one thing standing in her way. Personal vendetta. It's also possible that Liv Morgan sees this as an opportunity to strike back at Ripley and the Judgment Day for past wrongs. Liv has been on the receiving end of brutal Judgment Day attacks before, and removing Dominic might be the first step in her grander plan to dismantle the faction from the inside. Her fury could be directed at how Dominic has been protected by Ripley for so long, something that Liv might find infuriating, given her own history of fighting for everything she has. A power play. Liv Morgan might not just be furious at the prospect of Dominic leaving, she might want to take his spot. Liv has always thrived in chaotic environments, and joining a faction as destructive as the Judgment Day would give her the perfect platform to channel her newfound aggression. If she has her eyes on replacing Dominic within the faction, her rage could be fueled by the possibility of stepping into his shoes and proving she's stronger, smarter, and more ruthless than he ever was. The upcoming episode of Raw is set to be a game changer for the Judgment Day, especially if Dominic Mysterio's status within the group continues to hang in the balance. If Liv Morgan's fury spills over into the ring, we could see her take matters into her own hands, possibly confronting Ripley or even Dominic directly. There's also the possibility that Liv's anger might manifest as an attack on the Judgment Day itself. She could make her move by interfering in one of their matches, sending a clear message that she's not someone to be underestimated or taken lightly. Whether she's looking for revenge, an alliance, or dominance, Liv Morgan is a wild card that could turn the tide for or against the Judgment Day.